Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the Daily People Podcast, the show that is made great by great guests like my friend Jon-Christian Benjamin, aka JC Benjamin, aka ElOsoRey. This guy is currently working on Twitch and YouTube. He's a creator and a gamer, and today he is talking about what it's like to be a black man and a gamer and how both of those can make you misunderstood in America. Before you get started listening, make sure you hit the subscribe button below, hit the bell button so you get notified whenever a new video comes out. Let's go. Excuse me. Please forgive me, as I don't really like asking for help. But do you know what would make a good intro? Just kidding. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the Daily People Podcast, where we talk about achievements, have fun, and each guest is certified as awesome. I'm your host, John Mark Spear. Let's go. Oh, dude, give me the ambiance, man. I feel like I'm in the stream, dude.
Yeah. Give me that ambience. Give me that ambience. Yes, sir.
Jon-Christian Benjamin.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to Daily People, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate that.
Yeah, dude.
It's truly an honor.
Dude, it's good to have you. It's good to have you.
It's good to be had.
Yeah, it is.
Dilly, my guy.
Dilly, my guy. Cheers. Here's to doing the thing.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. You've been doing a lot lately on Twitch and YouTube, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, what's made you decide to start streaming?
Honestly, I've been a psych major for the last couple of years, and I've realized myself that I have been a special type of person, a different kind of breed, if you will.
Okay.
And in that sense, my community has been mostly those who understand the struggle of being a black man in America, but also those who have struggled to be a gamer.
Yeah.
You know, gaming has been hyped up. It has been in the past couple of years, but at the same time, gamers as a person, as a people, have been misunderstood. And I am both of those categories. And my whole goal is to share their experience with the people. And you know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things where I've lived all over the country. I've been from the East Coast to the West Coast type shit. Like, and I don't know if cussing is allowed in this. I don't know if you're gonna bleep it out, but at the same time,
yeah, we'll allow it. Yeah.
At the same time, I've been a gamer, and I've been a black guy, and it doesn't matter where you go in this country. There are people that absolutely rock with what you're going with.
Yeah.
And I've lived in places as big as East Texas, places as big as, North Carolina, South Carolina, Atlanta. Yeah. I've lived all over the place. And the thing that's been sticking out to me is your vibe attracts your tribe. And that's
good.
That's the thing. Your vibe attracts your tribe, my guy.
Yeah.
And I have a vibe that has been very vibrant, if I might say, with the people that I rock with, and being a part of that has been absolutely 100% like fun for me.
Come on, that's awesome. So yeah, man, what is it about gaming that makes you say that gamers are misunderstood?
I think that people understand gamers as these nerdy, geeky, not with it kind of guys. And honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm with it. With it. I understand the socioeconomical climate that we're in. I understand the kind of how would I put it? the type of situations that we all faced with as Americans.
Could you
And
back up from your mic just a touch? Just a touch.
I can definitely. But
That's better.
Yeah, for sure. I think that we as a people have to understand that we are all one people.
Mm-hmm.
Understandably. To say that we are weird or different or can't come to a place where we're in an agreement is stupid. Because I mean, honestly,
totally agree.
we you know what I mean? Like, we are all the same kind of people. We all have similar upbringings, similar experiences in America.
Yeah.
And the thing that is crazy to me is like how we can sit here and just be like, oh well, this guy he spends his time making video games and YouTube videos, and it's like, bro, like, yeah, I do that, but at the same time, like, I live in the same country as you. I experience the same experiences as you. Like, we're all in the same quarantine. We're all in the same pandemic. We all, you know what I mean? Like, we all experience these things at the same time.
Yeah,
and, like, it's just one of those things where it's like, okay, well,
bro,
whatever, my guy.
Everybody is an onion.
Everybody is an onion.
There's layers to everybody. Yes.
Exactly, bro.
So just because, streaming and YouTubing may not be in one of their layers doesn't mean that it's not in somebody else's, right? And so,
right.
And you get past the surface of the person, right? And so that's the surface of the person, and you kind of go a little deeper, and you go a little deeper, and then you figure out that they like to do fun stuff or things that
they might interest everybody else.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. And like, honestly, okay, so let's say everybody doesn't play Call of Duty. Whatever. I mean, I feel like with the amount of people that have subscribed to the Call of Duty following, and i.e. playing the free Warzone and all that jazz, like, if you don't necessarily subscribe to being a gamer, but you just play a couple of video games, whatever, your girl lets you do that or whatever, or your guy lets you do that, it's whatever, bro. Like, honestly, like, I make content that's for everybody. So like, whatever game you like to play, I like to play that too.
So speaking on that, dude, I in the prep work going into me interviewing you today, I was kind of scrolling around your YouTube channel, and one of the things that I came across was your I think they call it your channel preview on YouTube video. It's, I don't know, what, like 4 minutes long, 4.5 minutes long?
I think it's like 2.5, 3, maybe something like that.
I don't know. All I know is I clicked on it and I watched it, and we start off with some Warzone, and I'm like, oh, dude, this is fire. This is absolutely fire. And the beat was killer, by the way.
Appreciate
it. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And then we moved to 2K, and I'm like, okay, this is quite the turn from a first-person shooter into a sports game, but I'll allow it. Because then, dude, one of the plays in your 2K highlights was, I'm pretty sure, an oop through the legs with a dunk on the finish.
Yes.
It was incredible. And then I start watching Rocket League, and I'm like, oh my God, dude, this guy is running full circles with this video. Really, I would consider that to be a very inclusive preview for what you're going to be offering on your channel.
Right.
How long did it take you to put that video together?
I would like to say that it took me forever and a decade to get all the clips together, but I'm gonna be real with you, man. Like, it took me probably at most like 15 minutes, and that's just because the scope that I have as far as putting everything together has been fun. Like, I mean, it's just been, I'm an everyday type of guy, and I like to put together clips that like everybody would enjoy. And like, whether it's the popular game or the least popular game, the point of the fact is, I'm a guy, you're a person, I'm a person. You know what I mean? Like, these are popular games. These are not popular games. These are things that I have fun with, and hopefully you can have fun with me.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, dude, I can get behind that. So, dude, I was hooked just watching the one video, and then sure enough, I stayed on your YouTube page, and I found out that there's a way that I can click from your YouTube page over to your Twitch account. And so
Yep.
I was watching your Twitch account for a little bit. So at ElOsoRey, I was on it.
Yes, sir. Yes,
watching,
sir.
I can't remember exactly what I was watching earlier today, but I was watching something. But man, here's one thing that I find to be super interesting about you. And you know, you have this wonderful gift of being able to verbally plant a seed in somebody's head and it come to fruition, i.e. this podcast, right? You remember what you texted me a few weeks ago? I mean, we text a lot. We text a lot.
We do. We do.
Yeah. So sidebar, we're really good friends. But anyway, so a few weeks ago, you text me and you're just like, dude, you ought to think about doing a podcast.
Right.
You remember this now?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I was like, yeah, maybe, I don't know, maybe I should do a podcast. And the more I thought on it, I was like, it's going to happen. I can do the podcast. A brief hiatus.
For sure.
So anyways, you can plant this seed in people's head and it comes to fruition. It's happened now that I can really think of twice in my life. Once with a podcast, I'm sure many other times, but also within my marriage.
Right.
So yeah, man, you were instrumental in being like, well, John Mark, you're dating somebody now, but I think I know who you should be with.
Right.
What gives you that intuition?
Honestly, okay, so growing up, I've always had a certain way with words that people have been attributing to someone that could be a very good lawyer type deal. And I don't know if it's the OJ situation with like the older generation where they're like, okay, if OJ can get off because of this guy, obviously he's really great at communicating different sides of situations. And for me, it's always been people are people. And by that, I mean, we all have different situations that we're born into, that we learn, that we, you know what I'm saying, that we can kind of be, how do I say this in a diplomatic way? Certain
With
situations
diplomacy.
that we can, right, yeah.
Yeah, certain situations
that we can kind of like chill with. And in my whole situation, it's just, we're all the same type of being, you know what I mean? Like if aliens came down today and we're like, you know what I mean? Like if aliens came down today and they were like, yo, what's the vibe? What's the situation? And granted, a couple of different governments are just like, yeah, no, aliens exist and aliens do this or whatever. And there are different types of species and all this. No matter what you subscribe to, if you believe the aliens have never come to Earth and they came to Earth and they were just like, yo, what's the vibe? What's the general situation? I would say people.
You're saying they were just peeping in on us?
I'm saying they would just try to get the vibe. They would try to get the feel.
Okay.
Like, and
right,
I would say what the vibe is we are humans at the end of the day. Like, we have a certain camaraderie between each other that can't be broken.
Yeah.
And with that, if you can take the time out to understand people from different perspectives, people from different type of views, then you can understand all people. Like, I grew up in a totally different household than you did. You know, my parents were super, super, super strict. My parents were super African American, whatever the fuck that means. And I don't mean that in a negative sense. I just mean like the whole African American phrase is just kind of like, I don't know, retrospective and like, you know what I mean? Like kind of it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, you can call me African American, but at the same time, I don't know what tribe I came from. I don't know what part of Africa I came from. So calling me African American is kind of counterintuitive.
Well, especially if your birth certificate is here in the States.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So like, I'm technically African American, but at the same time, I'm just American.
Yeah. So going back to something you said earlier, you were talking about your way with words and how you how you fancied yourself to be a lawyer at one point in your life, which got me thinking, what is the proper way to peel a banana?
The proper way to peel a banana?
Yeah. I mean, this is a topic amongst debate. So my wife is actually a law school student right now. She's 1.5 years in out of 3. So I tell her she's half of a lawyer, but anyway,
right?
Yeah. Anyways, you can peel it from the stem down or from the bottom to the stem. In your opinion, what is the right way to go?
I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I've seen quite a lot of videos on either way. And I'm not convinced that one way is the right way. And in that, I'm saying, I've seen it top to bottom. I've done top to bottom for my whole life. But in recent times, I've seen videos of people that, kind of smash the banana from the bottom and peel it down, or peel it up, if you would say.
Yeah.
And I mean, either way, the result is the result. And
you're still eating banana.
Think that, exactly. Like that, I kind of think that that's my idealism as far as bananas go and people go as actuality. If you can get to the banana, if you can get to it without having the peel, why does it matter? I
don't think it does, man, because you're still trying to eat the inside.
You're still trying to eat the banana, my guy.
Yeah.
And peel away all that nonsense about, I'm on this side, I'm on that side. Bro, if you're only trying to eat the banana, if you're trying to have a good, nutritious life,
135 calories of potassium.
If you're trying to get that 135 of potassium, why does it matter?
That's right. I don't know why it matters. Challenge time. Tie peeling a banana back into your Twitch stream.
Okay. That's a good challenge.
Yeah.
I would think that the peeling of the banana part, it doesn't matter what you do as long as you're doing it part is making content that is consumable and then also at the same time relatable to the vast majority, right? So at the heart of it all is you're trying to eat that banana part, the part that's not the peel. So whether you peel it from the top down, the bottom up, it is, I am trying to get you to that banana part that you enjoy eating, right?
Okay.
So
what do you cut off there?
What I try to cut off is okay, so with the amount of people that are, because right now you have to take into consideration the amount of people that are in quarantine, the amount of people that are getting kind of into the internet for the first time, the kind of people that are have been in the internet for a long time and have been up on all the memes. I'm trying to get you caught up on the part that you don't know, but also the part that you should know, right? So my videos have been, and these are mostly my YouTube videos. My YouTube videos have been mostly based on, so whether you know it or not, these are the memes, these are the current culture that we all use to communicate. And whether you know it or not, this is what's funny. And whether it's funny or not to you, it's it's totally on you.
It's in the eyes of the beholder.
It's in the eyes of the beholder, as they say.
Yeah.
And me personally, I I rock with the idea of we're all coming from different backgrounds, different associations. We're coming from different walks of life, and if you if I can't.
Get it out. Let's do it.
Okay, if you can't rock with that, then you're just not. You're not with it. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I just mean it in the sense of like, if you can't enjoy. I'm sorry.
The service must be very good at your house.
The service is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you can't get with it, then you're without it. And in that sense, I would say, being open to new experiences, being open to being happy. I mean, honestly, is the way to go, because I've lived in several different time zones, several different areas, several different standards of living, and the one thing that I maintain is being open, because
come on,
I can't have fun if I don't understand that everybody's having fun with me. That's and right. I'm just a guy that's trying to enjoy life, and I can't enjoy it if everybody around me is suffering. You feel me? So I'm just trying to come out here and give content to people that are in the same position that I feel like I've been in and I am in, because you know what I mean? Like, I was a college student, I was a high school student, I was a person that didn't quite understand where everything was coming from, where everything was going in my life. Like, I get it. And the thing that's kind of brought me to a realization is, okay, well, video games is almost an, how do you say it? A
necessity. It's a freaking necessity.
Even a necessity. It's, I mean, kind of, but at the same time, it's kind of like a.
It's kind of like you're a lame if you don't play them.
Not even that. It's kind of like video games are the lifeblood that we pump through each other, right? So like, even from Pong days all the way up, it's kind of that like it factor, that thing that you talk about.
Well, dude, the thing that's nuts, in my opinion, is like, you can look at way back in the day when Pong was like fresh, right? Mm-hmm. People would stand around the TV and watch whoever was playing Pong play Pong, mm-hmm. right? And now you found a way to just get people who may or may not know you to watch you at any given time. They don't have to be standing right behind your back. Watch you at any given time. Play whatever game you're playing.
Right.
Which is just nuts to me. I mean, I truly enjoy the fact that you're breaking into this niche. I think it's incredible. What game would you give credit to making you want to become a streamer?
I'm going to have to say Call of Duty, and the respect that there are a ton, I mean, an absolute ton of creators out there that give 110% in their Call of Duty content. Mm-hmm. And the thing I feel like that made me feel like, okay, I can be a streamer in this, is everyone that's good is not great. Yeah. In the sense that you can be 100% cracked at FPSs, at shooter games, at whatever. but everybody can't make everybody laugh, right? So I understand that in my experience as a human being, in my experience as a person who's lived in all these different areas in my life, that has so many friends with so many different spectrums as a person, I understand that making people laugh is a commodity that not a whole lot of people have. And my whole goal with streaming, with YouTubing, with the whole nine is helping people understand gaming as a relaxing pastime, but then also giving people that outlet that they feel like, okay, I can take this, 5 to 15 minutes to however long my videos are going to be, you know what I mean, to just kind of chill out, have a fun time, enjoy, understand, and maybe even come to understand what the general culture is. Because, like, I'm gonna be real with you, I'm not the kind of person that sits there on Twitter all day and understands every single sneak diss, every single thing that you can.
Yeah, you're not that one guy that we both know. Yeah,
I'm not that one guy that we both know.
Yeah,
but at the same time, I'm just the kind of person that we're gonna sit here and chat. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna understand each other, and like at the end of the day, I'm here to have fun. You're here to have fun watching me have fun, or you're here to have fun helping me have fun. Because honestly, I interact with.
I said, or sometimes I'm here to have fun while you're having fun and get yelled at and end up on the stream.
Hey, and I'm gonna be real with you. Let me look both ways before I cross the street. If you're out here on some controversy type shit, you might end up in a YouTube video faster. Crazy, right?
YouTube video.
Crazy, right?
It's funny that you're saying that Call of Duty is the game that got you interested in streaming, because I can remember back when you and I would sit around and play Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, when you would send me clips from somebody else. So like, it's not that these streaming services have been a new thing. They've just been a growing thing. And now I think we're getting to the point to where, like they've elevated to the point to where it's almost like having a Facebook account. Like if you're a gamer, right? Like you want to have a Twitch account. You want to be on, and kind of commenting and building your community in there. And, that Siege for me was like, it was like probably the game of probably my young gaming career. I was also really big on like Warzone as well, but man, I really enjoyed Siege. Like that was the game that I would stay up playing until like 2 a.m. I never did that with Warzone, but it was still so fun and just basically gave you an opportunity to hook up with your bros, and just get a run together and see how many dubs you could get.
Yeah. Now, I feel like Warzone is one of those things where it's just like you have the opportunity to really kind of showcase your skills in various different areas, right? So like if you're kind of the person that enjoys sniping so much, or super close quarter combat situations, or anything of that type of particular, you can kind of enjoy a whole multitude of different type of situations.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? And like, if I'm being honest with you, like Warzone is one of those type of situations where you can be the best or you can be the worst, and you can do well as far as content goes, because at the same time you are having fun with your friends, and the amount of BS that you go through as a squad doesn't really matter. Exactly. And for me, that's kind of the fun part of it. Like, it's just like I play with people that are super great and super not great. And you can relate and you cannot relate. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, like, it's just about having fun with us. That's just kind of where I'm at as far as being a streamer.
Dude, that's a great way to go. Just making sure that everybody can get on. And like I've seen some of your stuff where you've got, some of your friends in or whatever that we've both gamed with before. And dude, the community that's in there, just it's taken you years to develop those guys that you really want to play with all the time. Really kind of remarkable. So dude, I'm gonna end this one and then send you another link. And we'll do the back half of this. Did you get the other invite? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Did you get the other invite? Are you gaming right now?
Huh?
Are you gaming right now?
I might be recording some content for later.
Gotcha. And get back in here, dude. We got more to talk about. Wait no more. We're back for round 2.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. So Call of Duty. That's the game that got you into it. Man, give me a little bit of if I was a guy who didn't know anything about starting my own stream, talk me through the product setup. Like, what devices do you currently use, and what should, like, if I had a very minimal budget to get started, what product should I be using to start my own stream?
The very minimal product I think that you should use is whatever gaming system you actually use. Like me, myself, I was a very big PlayStation guy until I ran into some friends, i.e. this guy you're listening to on this podcast.
You're talking about the white guy
he was using
in the podcast?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He was using an Xbox Type B. And me, myself, personally, I was like, I can rock with any Type B. So whatever whatever beat you feel comfortable with, definitely use that.
Bro, bang that drum.
Whether it's PlayStation or Xbox or whatever, Switch, PC, whatever you feel your best comfort level is at, use that.
Yeah.
Me, myself, personally, I use an Xbox. I use a modded controller, but not one of those like cheap type controllers, because like you can auto aim and all that jazz. Like I use one of those controllers that have the paddle shifters, so like I can kind of go about my gaming without having to worry about switching between paddle controls or switching between triggers and buttons.
So you know what I mean? You have an L3.
So I kind of utilize all my fingers.
I would consider that to be dexterity at its finest.
It'll feel like that for the most part, or for the first part anyways. But after a while, you just kind of understand gaming is at its peak when you can understand and perform at the highest level. So I'm not the greatest when it comes to this. But at the same time, do I feel like I can compete when I'm up against the greatest? Yeah, for sure. Like, and once you feel like you're at that level, you are in a pretty good spot to be able to recognize competition and kind of stuff them out. Because I mean, like, honestly, I've played against some pretty tough competition. And once you get to the point where you feel like I can play against tough competition and make it at least comparable, like not comparable, but competitive. I can make it at least competitive, right?
Yeah.
Then you're in a good spot. Like my content is not necessarily me killing people all the time or me just dominating people all the time. It's me having a good time regardless. I've played against some really competition type players, and I've played against with me against really not that great people, and the difference is how much fun you have with it, right? So I can have a fun time playing against people that are bad. I can have a fun time playing against people that are good. The difference is, for me, with gaming is sharing that experience, right? So I've played some games where it's just like, holy, bro, I cannot believe we won that game. And I've played some games where it's just like, yeah, 100%. I'm like, there's a reason why we won that.
Yeah, and it's because you were on the team.
Well, always it's because I'm on the team, but also the difference is having fun with it. Like, people don't want to watch you have arguments. People don't want to watch you have falling outs. People want to watch you having fun. And at the end of the day,
nothing worse
than
than
not having fun with it. You're done with it, and that's a direct quote from my man Kodak Black.
I like that, dude. A wise man.
A wise man
in his ways. Yeah. So, what was the process of you getting started streaming? Right, like at what point were you like, this is what I want to do, and now I'm going to start streaming?
I think the process was, all of my friends were like, bro, you play games so often. Like, are you going to do something with it, or is it just a part of you now? And at that point, I was just kind of in the zone of like, well, maybe I'm good enough at it. And then at that point, I started trying. And then now I'm at the point where it's just like, whether I'm good at it or not, I have fun. My friends have fun. We're going to show you what it is. And if you enjoy it, if you vibe with it, cool. If not, it's not for you. That's the point that you kind of have to come with. It's just like understanding your niche and understanding what you're pandering to, and not even pandering in a negative sense. It's just like, I have fun playing the games that I play with my friends. If you can't rock with that, then, you know, like, what can I say that will persuade you? Nothing. It's just, you know, like, if you're not a Call of Duty guy, if you're not a 2K guy, if you're not a Rocket League guy, if you're not any of the type of videos that I put on my YouTube or any type of videos that I stream, you know what I mean? Like, I can't persuade you to
before too long, you'll be getting DMs that say, bro, you should play Madden. And it'll be that.
And honestly, I have the prep. I have the prep to do that because people don't know this, but me and John Mark Spear, we go back a long way.
Dude, we played
a lot of games.
You were the only guy.
We played a lot of Madden. We played a lot of FIFA.
We did both of those, but we also played, which this is like forever and a year ago. We also played a lot of NCAA. You remember those days? You were the only person that could give me competition. Anybody else I played, I smoked them. I think we were about 60-40, arguably, me over you in NCAA. And dude, NCAA, man. I wish they'd make another NCAA game. I might start a stream channel if they did. I could be like, yo, look at the corner's hips. Look at the corner's hips. They're in coverage. You see the safeties? You see how they're at 5 yards?
Right.
Over the number 2 receiver? This is a man look. This is what man looks like. I could do that. You see a single high safety and everybody else down? This is cover 0. This is what cover 0 looks like. Run man beater concepts. That's what you should do.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm not even gonna lie to you. I didn't know any of these things before I started hanging out with you. But in an effort, I should say, to beat you, I learned everything it took necessary to beat you.
That's right.
And that's what I bring. Like, that's
the kilos mentality.
That's what my streams consist on. Exactly, bro. Like,
that's how you.
If you're not willing to go the extra mile to beat your opponent,
what's that song that starts with the word "yerpy"? And then the dance is like where you do that like swole arm and you turn your wrist a couple times.
The John Wall almost.
The John Wall, dude. You had to learn how to flex on me a little bit. So really, you took the knowledge that I gave you.
Exactly.
You consumed it, and then you grew it just a little bit, and you were like, "Oh, okay. Now I'm gonna dish it back out."
Just enough.
That's right. So that's the killer mentality, man. That's the Mamba mentality. You got it. You're a Kobe fan, right?
Exactly,
dude.
And bro, the hugest. Like,
the hugest.
People don't know this, but my graduation present you and your dad took me to a Lakers versus Mavericks game when Kobe was playing.
Saddest day of my life.
And it was the happiest and the saddest day of my life because not only was it a Lakers game that I could go back and tell my children about, but it was also one of those Lakers games where it's just like Kobe didn't play.
He didn't play, man. He didn't play.
And we didn't know that until game day.
No,
we didn't know that until game day.
Bro, I worked so hard.
The gesture was beautiful. It was one of those things that I'll never forgive her.
I worked so hard that day. I bought a poster board and I wrote like Kobe, sign this sign that I made at work in my shoes. And then I on my poster board, I put like this little black square that said, "Hello, my name is." And then I was hoping he'd scribble like Kobe Bryant in there with like this gray Sharpie. And dude, I had some really sick Kobe's back then. I think they were like Kobe 8s or something like that. They were purple and like a lime green. And dude, I was hoping he would sign those, man. We stood down there forever trying to get him to sign those shoes. And man, he just,
and then
I don't even know if
all of a sudden we just hear from ESPN.
Yeah.
No, he didn't come out to the game. We heard from ESPN like the day that we were there, the night that we were there. Oh, Kobe's not going to be showing up.
How do you apply the Mamba mentality in your stream?
Wow, beautiful question, by the way. I would say personally,
it was unscripted.
It was very much unscripted, but at the same time, like, how do I say this in a respectful way?
Dude, say it.
Kobe was the light that inspired us all to be greater than we are. And for me, even more so, because I grew up with a love for basketball because of Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant taught me to be an animal in your own sense. You know what I mean? Like, to be crazy in the way that you are. And for me, I was never quite physically gifted. I was never quite technically sound, but I was always able to get a W. And for that reason, I respected the hell out of him. Like, he was the kind of person that it didn't matter what the odds were.
Never.
And it didn't matter what odds you were faced up against. It only mattered to him getting that W. And not to say that, winning is the only thing that's mattered. It's just coming up with a reason to kind of fight that good fight is kind of, it's kind of like admirable at this point. Cause like you see a whole bunch of people that at this point in their careers, they don't quite get the whole staying with one team. They don't quite get the whole understanding that if you stick it out, maybe you can get one, or maybe you can get a couple of them. Kobe was the kind of person that, like, it didn't matter what the circumstances were stacked against him. He was gonna win. Like, he was gonna put in that time, that effort, that amount of energy that was required to win. And honestly, watching him.
I see that in the few videos that you've already put out, and that you're like I was talking about earlier with your channel preview deal or whatever. Like, dude, that was enough to hook me. Like, that was a win. You had put in, I know you said it didn't take you very long, but the minimal effort, like one of the things that I said to you earlier this week is like there's paralysis by analysis. Right. And, if you spend forever like that 15 minutes worth of editing and turn it into 4 hours worth of editing, maybe that video sucks. But, it took you 15 minutes to make that video that was a win.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, dude, I mean, Kobe had that as well. I mean, like, he knew about how much effort it would take to
Kobe had that in spades.
Oh, dude, definitely. Definitely. So tell me this. How does one grow as a streamer, and what does making a great channel look like?
In my opinion, it's I don't want to say the generability of it, but at the same time, it's just, if people don't, as a whole, understand and like what you're doing, then it's not going to be fun for them. So while it's not about being broad in general, it is kind of about being open to understanding your audience. So me, myself personally, I have fun with my friends. I do what I do. And I kind of zone out and have fun with them in the way that I can. But at the same time, I have friends that are different types, different places. And in that sense, it's just kind of like figuring out how we could all have fun together and do this thing together and win. Because I mean, ultimately, we're all trying to win in life. You know,
would you consider all your friends to be competitive?
If you can't win, I would. I know, not at all. Not at all.
Really?
I think I'm probably the second most competitive friend that I have.
Behind who?
And all of my friends. Behind my man's Palmer.
Dude, if you're not winning, he don't want you.
Super competitive guy.
Oh my god, dude, that guy's got my nerves.
And
I love him to death.
He's a Marine. He is
respect the service.
Completely an armed forces. Yeah, he's completely an armed forces kind of guy. But if you're not winning, he's not with you type of deal. And I have a array of friends that are. Oh, he will definitely.
Oh, dude, he will let you know. Yeah, dude.
Definitely.
Do you have any clips of him on your Twitch?
But I think I have one or two. He doesn't. He's kind of got a little girl situation, little girlfriend situation going on these days. So he's in excommunicado on the video game front.
He's trying to get wifey pants.
Yeah, he's trying to get. Yeah, but you know, we'll pray for him. We'll send our thoughts and prayers up to him. Because obviously he's going through a tough time right now.
He is dearly
in relation to the game. He's departed almost dearly. Bro.
Yeah.
Like he likes that fire up under you where it's just like I have to be better than the best.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm gonna be real, I've suffered with bad internet, I've suffered with bad teammates, bad everything. But at a certain point you gotta feel like, okay, even though all these adversities rise against me, I am higher than they all are.
Come on.
And at that point, you just kind of come into yourself and you kind of lay it out as what it is and you try to overcome. And whether you do or not, you give 110%. Like period.
Yeah.
Like that's all that you can do. So that's all that you will do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Chat and I have had several different adversities, even in the short amount of time that I've been streaming. But if you can come to the place where you can accept who you are, accept your place, and not even in the sense of like, oh, okay, well, you're supposed to be here. If you can accept where you are and understand where you're trying to go, it'll help you light years above people that are lacking the understanding that it takes to get where they need to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
it all goes back to
I understand where I am. I understand where I'm supposed to go. I'm just trying to get there.
Yeah. Dude, you'll get there. I know you will, man. I have watched enough of your streams to know that like you're gonna get there. So one thing that I have thought about often, because I have dabbled enough into watching anybody stream or like anybody on YouTube or whatever. You know, it's very interesting that you do like the screen share, but then you have some people, including yourself now, who have a camera set up and can show a picture of themselves on their stream. How do you not pick your nose while streaming?
If I'm being honest, it's one of those things where like I wake up in the morning and I'm like, okay, this is a stream day, so let me be in my P's and Q's. So I go a little extra. I go a little hard with the skincare, with the body care.
Gotcha.
And you know, like that kind of shines through on the stream. But
what is your product of choice?
Kind of like my products of choice.
Yeah. Dude, what are your you're saying that you go extra on stream day, right? You stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. right? So it's 4 days out of the week. Okay. What
Mm-hmm.
do you use those days that help you glow and keep your fingers out of your nose? Because that's really what I'm worried about.
Well, if I'm gonna be real with you, the thing that keeps my fingers out of my nose is my fingers in my nose. I wake up in the morning, I'm like, today's the day I stream. Let me make sure I got enough bats out the cave that like I don't have to do a total recall of sorts.
That's right. That's right. You got to get them out early.
So exactly.
Oh, dude, nice. So JC Benjamin at ElOsoRey. You can find this guy on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch, all under the handle at ElOsoRey. Mm-hmm. Bro, I want to thank you so much for your time, for coming on the Daily People podcast. And do you have any one-liners for the audience on your way out?
Oh, a one-liner.
Maybe like a "Don't eat yellow snow" or something along those lines that relates to streaming.
Here's my one-liner for streaming, right? And this is honestly, it's just from the heart, but it's also from another man's mouth, right?
Okay.
If you ain't having fun with it, you're done with it.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, my man.
I'm only streaming the games I have fun with.
Come on.
I'm only doing the things that I have fun with because it only translates as fun to the viewers. So honestly, in your life, if it's not something that is gripping, if it's not something that's you're having fun with, if it's not something that's engaging to you, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
If I can expand on that just a touch.
You got to touch.
Ain't having fun with it, you're done with it.
Dude, that's so good. So good. Bro, thank you so much for your time, man. I've thoroughly enjoyed this evening.
Thank you for having me.
So, hey, one last thing for anybody listening.
Mm-hmm.
So, here is a domain that if you enjoyed anything that my man JC Benjamin had said, aka ElOsoRey, you can hit him up, give him a little bit of your money. Go to https://streamelements.com/ElOsoRey/tip to give him a little bit of money. That'll keep his stream going. Man. It should hook him up. Okay, check out his stream. This dude is truly working his way into being something incredible. And he'll probably game
much appreciated.
Slide in the DMs.
Hey man, Saturdays and Sundays, I'm very, very much open to gaming with the followers.
Yeah, Saturdays and Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all check him out. Mm-hmm. So, bro, thank you so much for your time. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I'll holler at you later, man.
Hey, I appreciate it, man.
Peace.
Thanks for yours.
Peace.
Peace out, my guy.